All right, audio video test. All right, audio video test. Okay, good. We have audio, we have video, we have chat. Audio, video, and chat makes a stream, as far as I'm concerned. Could be wrong, but that's the way I see it. All right. We're working on this guy. It's level 70 legendary. I grabbed another 2-year anniversary cake for the cube shards, the commendations, the eternity splinters. Only 30 spirit. I could live with that. The blue one, 30 spirit. When it comes to the green one, I want either 6 or 8% health. When it comes from the blue one, 30, 40, or 50. Big deal, right? It's 10 difference. 10 out of 700. Yeah. Purple ones, we'll see. Yellow ones, we'll see. But it ended up with 3 durability. We'll find somebody that can use 3 durability. It's not this guy. Do we want to do any of this stuff? I do have a double red skull. Oh, wow. We can finish this weekly by just doing these 2 guys. This one's a red skull. This one's a red skull. Let's at least trash Castle Doom. We'll do the easy mode. Trashing the castle. Trash the castle. Nothing to trash in there. Oh, what did I leave behind? Don't want to do that. Big old cache of loot. I wonder if you just logged in every 30 minutes and played for a few minutes, you'd get one of these. Not that I'm going to do that, but I'm sure somebody is. let's keep going. We'll look at that. We got more things to trash. Hey, bub. I need some experience. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Hello, kitty. Ah, left something behind. Who's the boss hit? Ooh, Sabretooth. No furry mains. Hey. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. Wasn't trying to take out the guys, trying to break the columns. I'll take that. How we doing? Trash Castle Doom. 39 out of 50. How about these statues? Are they breakable? Yep. They were breakable. Get out of the way, guys. How about those pots? Yeah, it breaks. 45 out of 50. How about these statues? Doesn't look like it. I only need 5 more items. I need 1. That's it. All done. Oops. Left a red box behind somewhere. How far behind? Not bad. Little girl, big sword. Nope, something else still back there somewhere. Birthday power-ups, which we can't see on our stupid buff bar. Everybody should cheer every time I say stupid buff bar. No, I don't. Cheering in this game costs money. They took the fun out of that. Ultron. Well, you could have today. But after I'm done with you, you won't have any other day. All other days will be to anybody else. So today is your last day. Sorry about that. It's your last day. Where'd you go hide? You hiding from us? You chicken? You chicken? Doom is so over. Today was Doomsday. Doomsday no more. All right. Nope. That doesn't look very good. Doomsday chair doesn't look very good. Person could fall asleep playing a range character. I'm not going to do Ultron. Yeah, let's do Ultron. Let's do Ultron. It's just a good thing to do your dailies. Even though Ultron's not my daily, but get my free cube shards, get my free stuff, blah, 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 blah. You know the drill. Free stuff. Free stuff's a good thing. He just has too much fun throwing exploding pumpkins, gas pumpkins, hallucinogenic pumpkins, harmless toy ghosts. It's an asphyxiation grenade. The big one, the big bomb. Sonic toads. Hypersonic emitters. And then carpet bombing on his glider. He just has too much fun. That's carpet bomb. And yes, this is heroic. We are playing heroic difficulty. Not normal, heroic. Ultron is unstoppable? You don't think I can stop Ultron? You don't know who Gobbles is? Roll the room up. Hey, I like these guys. They blow stuff up too. You only got left. Nope, they're both left. These guys blow stuff up. Come out and play, yay!
I'll be running this place in no time.
I believe it, Mr. Osborne. I believe it. If you can't run someplace, blow it up, right? All right. Now we got to do the normal version of this. Just because. Just because.
You don't have to be Tony Stark to be independently wealthy.
We don't need to stop for anything except take out what we need to take out. Lots of bots, who cares? Lots more bots, who cares? Nothing else matters. Alright, now I heard something drop back here. There it is. Who cares about the bots? Don't care about the bots. Get out of the way, bots. Don't care about you bots. Don't care about you bots either. Nothing else matters. Who cares about these guys? I don't. Or these guys, or these guys. Who cares? Need these guys to open the gate. Open the gate. Don't run away. Open the gate. I'll take that. No. That. And I'm out of here. Don't care about those guys either. Nothing else matters. That's what matters. The cube shard matters. Nothing else matters. Yep. Cross him off our list. Who's next on our list? I forget. Who's on our list? Curse.
So, you're Hank Pym's grandson. How does the old codger keep up?
Vanner is a brilliant man. He is in there somewhere.
Who is Hank Pym's grandson? Don't know. Not Hydra. Odin. Odin.
This could get messy.
Get out of the way. Yeah, I'll take those. You guys are just in the way of my looting. Out of the way, out of the way, out of the way. Yeah, you better leave Asgard now. You think I'm tough? Wait till Odin himself finds out about you being here. Uh-oh. There's the old video card break again. Or drivers or something. Something in this old game engine and this old DX9. Control, Alt, Delete. We might be able to catch it this time. We did last time. It's not a temperature issue. It's not a frequency issue. I think it's a game's too old issue. I might not get it back this time. Do you like games that are free to play? If you like games that are free to play, there's no reason not to play it.
Must be my lucky day.
If you don't like games that are free, then I don't recommend this game. Do you like Marvel characters? Is there any Marvel characters you like? Do you like Spider-Man? Do you like Thor? Do you like Iron Man? I don't. Maybe you like Moon Knight or Daredevil or Luke Cage. You can play as many. Well, I don't know about PS4. On the PC game, let's see, did you say PC or PS4? You didn't say. In this game, the PC version of Marvel Heroes. Okay, in the PC version of the game, you can play every character in the game up to level 10. At some point, when you play through the initial, alright, say you've got a brand new account, you log in for the first time, you do the Avengers scenario. That's the first people that play this game have the Avengers scenario. I think you start with Captain America. As you go a little ways, they give you the option to switch to Black Widow. And then as you go a little ways, they give you the option to switch to the Hulk. You don't have to. And then you go a little ways, and then you have the option to pick any one of those that you want. And then when you finish, at some point you're allowed to pick one character and unlock it. Oops. I don't want to lose my Big 10 bucks. And then you can play that one character to level 60. And then while you're playing, every few minutes, you get some currency that drops called Eternity Splinters. So as you're playing, these Eternity Splinters drop. Well, again, yeah, I don't know if by level 10 you know if you like a character or not. But like I said, you get to pick one free out of all the characters. I think. I could be wrong. All I know is my brother-in-law started playing this game and then complained to me that he had a hard time in chapter 5 or 6. And I asked him what level he was, and he said he was level 10. I said, you forgot to unlock one of your characters. So I started trying to help him to unlock one of his characters. And he wanted Iron Man. Well, he kept getting login boxes every day, but they were going into his overflow. So he didn't really know that he was given enough splinters to buy a character. So I went and helped him, discovered what splinters that he had, and he didn't have enough splinters to buy Iron Man. So I really don't know what happens at the beginning of this game anymore. Maybe I should start a new account and video. No, I'm sure somebody's got it on video of what happens with a new account. No need to recreate the wheel. But something happens somewhere along the way that gives you the ability to unlock one character. And somehow my brother-in-law just didn't pay attention, or I don't know what happened. Yes, you can team up with people. But you can start this game, and again, he wanted Iron Man, and Iron Man's one of the most expensive in the game. He didn't have enough splinters to buy Iron Man. So I told him about the random boxes. So we purchased him a random box with his splinters. Again, we paid no money. It's all free. No money, no money, no money. No money, no money. So we got him a random box. And when you open it, you have a chance to get any character in the game. whether it's a 200 splinter character, which is which is, the lowest level, 400 splinters, which is the medium ones, or 600 splinters like Iron Man, which are the expensive ones. And when we opened his random box, he got Spider-Man. Spider-Man is one of the expensive ones. So he got an expensive one for free. And so he played Spider-Man played him for a while, and I asked him, I said, well, who do you like better, Spider-Man or Iron Man? He goes, well, I like Spider-Man, but I'd rather be playing Iron Man. So I gifted him the Iron Man bundle from my account. You can gift somebody something that costs money. So I paid money and gifted it to him. So he had the whole Iron Man bundle because he said he'd rather play Iron Man than Spider-Man. And then he did. He played Iron Man up to 60. And then as I taught him more about the game, because he didn't seem to be able to go out and learn it from other sources, which I taught everything myself when I played this game. But of course, I know how to use the internet and go online and stuff. So the next random hero box he got, and remember, there's 60 characters in the game, 62 to be exact. The second random box he opened was Spider-Man. His first 2 random boxes were Spider-Man. That was bad luck, because once you have a character and you get a character again, the only thing you can do is upgrade this from number 1 to number 2. The ultimate power. So he had bad luck.
I'm waiting. Hello? Anybody home?
Who is the best one to get in the game? Every character in the game is good. The best one is the one you like outside of the game. If you're a Doctor Strange fan, get Doctor Strange. If you're a Green Goblin fan, if Green Goblin's your favorite character in the whole world, get Green Goblin. My little brother, who is 53 years old, he'll be 54 in about a week or so, his favorite character is Silver Surfer. So if he was to play this game, I'd tell him, get Silver Surfer. My favorite character was Jean Grey. So the first character I leveled to 60 was who? Jean Grey. So play what character you like outside of this game. Who you play in the game is determined by what you know outside the game. Not determined by... Well, there's one exception. There's one character in the game I might tell you not to play until you're familiar with the game. And that's Rogue. Because, yeah, Rogue's another whole game within this game. But all the other 61 characters. If Nick Fury is your guy, get Nick Fury if he's available. Nick Fury's our newest character. He should be available. If I look at Nick Fury, I don't think he's available to me. No, Nick Fury's not available. Oh, no, it says I can unlock Nick Fury. He's just grayed out. He would cost me 400 splinters. That currency I was telling you about, the splinters, well, there's nothing hard in this game unless you want to do something hard in this game. So when you're leveling up, it's like that guy, my brother-in-law. He was level 10 and was fighting mobs that you were supposed to be over level 35. So there's different modes in this game, and I'll show you as soon as I get out of here, because I can't change modes while I'm in here. There's a normal mode, And then when you feel a little frisky, there's a heroic mode. And then when you know you can handle it, there's a cosmic mode. And in a couple of months or so, towards later on in the year, there's going to be an Omega mode, a 4th level. So when you start the game, play normal mode, and you won't find it difficult. And you can play any character. It doesn't matter which one. I can't even tell you who the weakest character is in the game, because they all work perfect for me. I play all 62 characters in the toughest content in the game. So there's the only complex character would be Rogue. And then she's not so bad after you've gone and touched all the heroes and villains in the game and grabbed their powers. Because that's what Rogue does. She takes powers. But once you've got the power, she has it forever. It's just she doesn't start off with them. You have to go get them. So let me show you the different levels of difficulty now.
This could get messy.
After you've chosen your character, you go through story mode and you go through the prologue.
Hands off, Southern Belle.
There's a heroic
These
and difficult. There's a normal and difficult version of everything in story mode. Then you got chapter 1, chapter 2. You go through the story, find out who the bad guy is, then find out he wasn't really the bad guy. He was being used by another bad guy. And then find out. But, so you go through the story mode. That's how you level up the fastest. Going through story mode. Now, you can do story mode in normal or heroic. Heroic, you get more experience and get more money to spend. Let me get out of here. It's too much noise. Let me go to my nice quiet training room. There's also normal, heroic, and cosmic difficulties of other aspects of the game. So it's quieter in here. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So you can go through story mode either heroic or normal. It depends on the kind of person you are. If you're just starting the game, I recommend normal. If you think it's too easy, switch to heroic. Some people want to feel like a superhero. Other people want to get beat up. So, this tells you that you'll get more experience if you level up heroic. What's trash? Stuff drops in different colors. I've got my vacuum cleaner set to vaporize everything that's not a unique. So I'll turn that off. And I'll open one of these boxes. All right. There's no whites or greens in here. A white item is the lowest level in the game. If you don't have anything on at all, you can stick a white one in there. If you see green, which there's none here, then you can replace it with a green. Green is better than white. Then blue. Blue's better than green. Then purple. Purple's better than blue. Then yellow. Yellow is better than purple. And then there's these things called uniques, which I guess you would say are brown. Or brown. So let me hit my vacuum cleaner. And everything got gobbled up but the yellow ones. Now I keep my vacuum cleaner turned on to auto so that I don't have to see white, blue, green, purple, or yellow. I turn them all off. because I'm way beyond those. But when I level up a new character, I turn these back down so that I can pick up gear that they can wear. But all this extra stuff I feed to this guy, a pet. It's called a pet. You see? Green, blue, purple, yellow, and brown. Gold, or whatever that color is. Now, you don't start the game with a pet. You'd have to buy a pet or get one free, or... I bought this one with credits, which you're not going to have enough credits to buy one of these for a long, long time. I got this guy free because who in their right mind would buy a pet that looks like a... This is my least favorite character in the game. I mean, pet. Who wants a pet following him around that looks like a cow walking on two legs? Now, the guy who invented Diablo and this game, he loves cows. That's why this thing's in the game. But I think they're silly. So you go through the different colors. White, green, blue, purple, orange, and thing. So I'd never keep a white. After you've replaced the greens, I'd never keep a green. After you replace the blues, I'd never keep a blue. After you replace purples, I'd never keep a purple. After you replace the yellows, I'd never keep a yellow. These are the brown ones. They're uniques. Now, insignias, purples are the best. They're not really. Eventually, you can get a recipe to upgrade this to a yellow, the next color, yellow. I haven't even bothered on my characters because the game's so easy, even at the most difficult level. But things you'll want to do is, here we go. You'll want to do the daily shared quests. Because then you get, and these influence missions, which you can't do these until you get one character to level 60. But once you get one character to level 60, then you can start building up influence with Genosha. So that you can start getting the recipes to upgrade your uniques. Now, I've gone a little too far. You're thinking about installing the game and playing. I'm talking about upgrading the best gear in the game. So, sorry, I didn't mean to go that far. But it does keep going and going and going and going. 6 months of playing this game a lot, and you'll be able to do the most difficult content in the game. Less time than that if you just play one character and don't care about and just ignore everything else. See, I don't want any of these green rings. I'll sell all these green rings. I don't want them. Yes, I don't know if you're familiar with an action RPG. Action role-play game. This one is actually considered an MMORPG. Massively multiplayer online action role-play game. MMORPG. Massively multiplayer online, that's an MMO, action RPG, role-play game. Action role-play games like Diablo, Diablo 2, Diablo 3, Path of Exile. What are other action RPG games? I don't know. But the whole thing about an action RPG is it gives you big, huge loot explosions. And you just pick what you want. You pick the good stuff out of it and ignore the rest. Now, the nice thing about this game is it gives you a vacuum cleaner. You pick what you want and then you can vacuum up the rest. Or you can set, like I do, the vacuum cleaner onto auto and you never even see the low-level stuff. Which, to some people, yellow is not low level. I even go into cosmic patrol zones now and people are filtering through their cosmic gear, their yellow gear, for some reason or another. I don't know. I personally feed it all to my pet. But in most games, in Diablo, we didn't have a vacuum cleaner. You just picked up the good stuff and left everything else laying there on the ground. Well, Diablo 3. I didn't play Diablo and Diablo 2. But yes, you just get these big explosions of stuff, and there may only be one thing in there that you want. But that's the nature of this kind of game. Anytime you play this kind of game, that's what you're going to get. Big explosions of stuff. And only one or two items you might need or want. But that's what an action role-play game is. ARPG. My vacuum cleaner's picking everything up. You're not seeing it. All right, let's... Ghost Rider gets those. So I'll put these over here. Oh. Now when you start the game, you only get this and this for storing stuff, and one of these. So you got this much space to store stuff, this much stuff to store stuff, and this much space. That's all you get when you start playing the game. That's all you get. To get more of these, you have to pay real money. These cost real money. There's a currency in this game called G. There's a big sale right now going on with G. If you spent $200, you'd get $287.50 approximately worth of G. So it's not it's you can kind of look at it as a 1-to-1. You pay $4.99 and you get $5.75 worth of G, money, in-game currency. But you don't have to do this. You don't have to spend any money. If you throw everything away, even if it's good, once you run out of space. See, on this account, I've got 15. On my main account, I've got 100 and I don't know how many there are. Over 100, I think. Because I spent a lot of money on my main account. And I've spent very little on this account. But every time you want to expand storage, you have to buy G, and that costs real money. Super rare items. There are items that are sought after. Yes, wait a minute. Something I got, was it last week or was it earlier this week? I got a legendary scroll. And theoretically, there's only 1,963 of them. Something related to 1963. There's only 1,963 of them. And I got one, it's either earlier this week or it was last, I don't remember. But I got a legendary scroll. And the legendary scroll, when you open it, has a lot of boxes that people work hard to get. The crimson box, the blue box, the danger room box, all these boxes that when you open those up, gives you a chance at some unique and rare items. So this legendary scroll has all the boxes in it, plus some other items, and each of those boxes have a chance to give you rare boss drops and artifacts and stuff. So I got one of those super really rare legendary scrolls earlier this week, or I don't remember exactly what day I got it. It's a super rare thing. Also, earlier this week, I got a. Where's Squirrel Girl? I got a a cosmically enhanced furry mane. This is a rare drop. The reason it's a rare drop is the boss that it spawns from only shows up every so often. So you can't just go and farm one boss to get this item. You've got to hope that boss, which is Sabretooth, you got to hope that he spawns, and then you got to hope that he drops this, which is a very low chance, and then you got to hope that it's cosmically enhanced, which is even a very lower chance. So this is one of the rare sought after games in the game. This is one of the best things in the game, but you can farm for this. There's a boss named Curse. He's a dark elf, and you can go to his terminal and you can kill him and kill him and kill over and over and over. Some people can probably do it every 90 seconds or something. And you just keep killing him and killing him and killing him and hope you get this. I don't do that. I don't farm. I just play the game and I get that stuff just randomly. So this is very rare. This is even more rare. This is extremely rare. The legendary scroll I got this past week is even more rare. Some people have played thousands of hours of this game and haven't gotten a legendary scroll yet. I think I've gotten 3 so far, the 3 years I've been playing. I've gotten 3 legendary scrolls. 2 at least, but maybe 3. So if you are a lucky person, like I am, I've been a lucky person all my life, an action RPG game is a game for you. You know, if you're playing games with your friends or your siblings and you roll the dice and you win a lot because you get good dice rolls, if you're just a lucky person, action RPGs are for you. Actually, they're for anybody. People who are patient get the same stuff that us lucky people get. It just takes them a lot more time. But there's a lot of characters in this game. From Angela. I don't know if you ever heard of Angela from the Spawn comics, but Marvel purchased Angela away from the Spawn people. And now her backstory is she's a older sister of Thor. She's Thor's older sister. But they thought she was dead, so she grew up somewhere else. Ant-Man, Beast. He's from the X-Men. So there's a lot of characters in this game. You know, the Hulk and Ghost Rider. Iron Man. If you know Daredevil and Elektra and those guys, they're in here. Iceman from the X-Men. The Fantastic Four, they're in here. This actually is Hawkeye. This is Hawkeye. I'll show you. It's Hawkeye. This is known as Kate Bishop's skin. She's the one they call Hawkeye now in the comics. Because this guy, depending on which comic series you're reading, he's either dead or he's retired or... How do you get that? There's a store. In the store, you can buy any hero you want. These are the costumes. Here's Hawkeye's costumes. Well, there's Hawkeye's. These are all variants. But you can go to Hawkeye. These are Hawkeye's costumes. There's the Avengers movie. There's Age of Ultron movie. Civil War movie. Hawk guy. He's just wearing jeans and a shirt. This is the one I just showed you. Kate Bishop. When you're playing Kate Bishop, I don't have a number pad on my keyboard. So I can't show you what she sounds like. I don't have a number pad. If I had a number pad, let's see if there's something in options. Key bindings. Yeah, see, I don't have a number pad to show you these emotes. And I don't want to accidentally ride over. So, but she sounds completely different from the man, Clint Barton. Yeah, let me finish what I was trying to say. But to get, let's say I wanted his Ronin. Let's say I wanted his Ronin costume. You have to spend G. And the only way you can get G is to spend real money. So it costs real money to change your look. If you don't mind the way he looks, if you don't mind the way they look, if you don't mind this Captain America costume, then you can get Captain America free and play him. Go all the way with Captain America. But if you want to change his skin, then it costs real money. If you want to expand space for storing stuff, it costs real money. That's how they get away with free games. If they don't have something in the game that costs real money, then the game won't exist. The game will go broke. The company that run the game will go broke. So you can play the game all the way and never spend a penny. But if you want to look different or store more stuff, then you got to pay money. And then that pays salaries and that keeps the game running. So that's how it works. On my main account, I've spent a lot of money. And one of the things I did on my main account was a gift. I gifted this costume to this account so I didn't have to play this dude. Because that's silly. I know a lot of people love that Hawkeye costume, but to me, that's silly. And I prefer playing ladies anyway. So, I was playing Green Goblin. See, I think his costume's silly. But I'm not going to change it. On my main account, I changed it. Because on my main account, I own every costume in the game. Where's Green Goblin? Green Goblin. EFG. I can't spell. There he is, Green Goblin. Look, you can get his jack-o'-lantern costume if you want to have a jack-o'-lantern on your head. This is the costume I wear, I think. The Marvel Knights costume. Or I might wear this one, I don't know. Anything except his pajamas costume. That's what I call this. He's out in his pajamas. Because nobody'd wear that in public. He's got a onesie and fishnet. Well, I guess that's not fishnet. He maybe has scaly skin. Let's hope he has scaly skin, but I can't imagine him wearing fishnets. Fishnet stockings. So maybe he has scaly skin. But that's a onesie. That's something you'd sleep in at night if it's cold in the wintertime. So I think it's pretty silly. So I don't like this costume. Some people may love this costume. It's considered his, what's it called? His classic costume. I guess when he was first created by, who created him? Stan Lee and Steve Ditko. I guess they thought it'd be funny to put pajamas on a billionaire. I think it's stupid. But that's just my opinion. Put pajamas on a billionaire. I think Norman Osborn's a billionaire. I don't know. All right, let's get back to the game. I hope I answered some of your questions. I hope everybody else was willing to be patient for me to explain to him. Because the more people we can get to play the game, the better the game's going to get. Because he could tell his friends, and they could tell their friends, and they could tell their friends. And before you know it, somebody might spend some money. 2% less damage, no. I'm not keeping that one. I'm taking my pet and I'm getting rid of the green bar. I'm getting rid of it. I don't want you take 2% less damage from enemy range powers. I don't want that. So now it's gone. Now next time I fill that green bar out, I hope I get 6 or 8% health. And I'm going to feed all this to the pet. So I fed all that to the pet. No, I never joined a guild playing this game. I play this game like you would play a game that if you ordered it online and paid for it and downloaded it and played it on your computer and you didn't have internet, well, you'd have to have internet. Let's say you don't have internet. You go to a store, you buy a game, you install it on your computer, and you play the game. That's kind of the way I play this game. Now, I do love to play the Cosmic Patrol Zones, which is where I'm about to go. And in the Cosmic Patrol Zones, I play with other players. Storm, that's another player. Wolverine, that's another player. So this is an instance zone that'll have up to 10 players, I think. I gotta clear a place out somewhere. I want this black guy. I want the black sentinel. I don't want these other guys. But the other guys are all circled around him. They're in the way. I'm too close to this blue guy. I'm having a hard time getting the black guy. The black sentinel. As long as the blue guy ignores me, I'm okay. There's an Incredible Hulk. There's a Scarlet Witch. There's a couple of Avengers that joined us. There's a Squirrel Girl. There's a Silver Surfer. Squirrel Girl's one of my favorite characters in the game. That's what all those things flying across the top of the screen are. Flying squirrels. They're all attacking that robot from the sky. Doesn't that sound funny? Flying squirrels attacking a giant robot. What are they going to do? Scratch his paint? I don't want to get stomped on by one of them robots. That would hurt. All right. Only one more piece I want. But yes, there's a Squirrel Girl in there with an army of little squirrels attacking these giant robots. Scratching and clawing. I love Squirrel Girl. She cracks me up. All right. Go away. Here you go. Green Goblin just blows everything up. Oh, that was an accident. I didn't mean to hit that button. That's my ultimate power. It's called the Goblin Cannon. Spider-Man once mocked this weapon in its early prototype stage. Let's see him mock it now. For 6.1 seconds, it does 152,000 damage twice per second. So it does over 300,000 damage per second for 6.1 seconds. But it'll be 10 minutes before I can use it again. I can't use it for another 10 minutes. Mommy. You got to remember, all the loot you're seeing is minus all the yellows, purples, blues, greens, and whites, because my vacuum cleaner picks those up. You don't even see those. See, that's my main spender. Pocket bomb, pumpkin bomb, pocket bomb. Pumpkin bomb. It spends resource. Actually, this one doesn't cost resource, does it? Yeah, it does. It costs 4.8 resource per cast. But I've got a lot of spirit generation. Now I'm just looking to see if any of these are upgrades. Nope. Nope. See, I'm comparing the numbers. I'm comparing the red, green, and yellow numbers on the left to the red, green, and yellow numbers on the right. So nope. Nope. I'd lose too much speed. Every character in the game has two attributes that contribute to his base damage. Goblin is strength and speed. Strength over sanity. He's considered a brawler with strength and speed. strength or speed gives me 4% more base damage. So he's at 336%. All right. Does anybody I don't want to go do Ultron again. I don't really want to do the hood again. I can throw that away because I don't need it. If you go try to do Times Square, which is Ultron, in cosmic mode, yeah. That's one of the hardest fights in the game. I don't want to go do that on Gobbles, on Green Goblin. There's a place called if I can find it. I haven't been there in so long.
Just kidding.
Hub. Danger Room. If you go to the Danger Room,
Murderot isn't a completely inaccurate term for myself.
I could take any two of these elements, and I've got thousands of them, so I'll just do it just to show you. I can create a Danger Room scenario.
You have nothing to fear from the Green Goblin.
It's white. If I create another one, so here's a scenario. There's a hidden hazard, so floor spikes could come up under the ground and hit you, and it's got a challenge rating of 8, and you'll get 10 bonus merit points if you complete this scenario. This one has high impact barrel clusters with a challenge rating of only 5. So this one is supposedly easier than this one. This one's at 8.
I was a room once. There's no easy way to explain how they felt.
I can take the two white ones, craft them together, and now I've got a green one. Oops. Wrong button. Now the green ones are more difficult than the white ones. So now there's a saw blade trap. So at any moment some saw blades can come up out of the floor and start cutting you. And there's fire patches. You have to avoid the fire. And the challenge rating on this is 14. Well, you can take two green ones and craft a blue one. You can take two blue ones, craft a purple one. I think you get the idea. You can take two purple ones and craft a yellow one. The yellow ones are the most difficult in the game. Or you can come over here and buy a yellow one. This one's challenge rating 52. You remember this one? It's 14. This one's 52. This one's 28. Here's a 52. You can get more difficult and more difficult and more difficult scenarios and then go and try to do it. And then by do it, you just right click on it. It creates a portal on the floor. Now remember, this one's green. And it tells you at the top what you're supposed to do. You must locate and eliminate the Hydra General. So you just go find the Hydra General, bust him up. You got to avoid all the fire. There's the General. Remember, this is green. So I didn't one-shot it. remember, after green is blue, then purple, then cosmic. Get my loots. But I haven't completed the simulation yet. So you got to go and start. You got to start defeating enemies and stuff. And this little bar goes further and further and further. So you get the idea. Now I'm not going to bother completing this because after you do this, it tells you the next thing. There's three things to do in every scenario. So after you've accomplished this one, then I'd have a whole new set of tasks to do. And then once I accomplished it, then I'd have a couple of boss or two that I needed to fight. So to make it through the whole thing, you got to do all the parts. And then at the end, you get rewards. Lots of chests. Some of them have time limits. If you beat the times, you get more rewards. Some of them have death counts. If you die, or not die, you get defeated. Defeat counts. If you've been defeated more than 5 times,
But Thor is just wow.
less than 5 times, then you get more loot. But it gets more and more and more challenging. So at one time, I had one character that I had built to do Cosmic Danger Room scenarios, and that was Spider-Girl. But I had built her up with 65% damage reduction, and I made her a beast. And she was the only one I'd take to do the more difficult Cosmic Danger Room scenarios. And even then, there were some Cosmic Danger Room scenarios that were so difficult, I didn't want to do them. So I didn't. You could go in there and there'd be scenarios where you can't use your signature or your ultimate powers. You know, the big one that I showed you that you can only do once 10 minutes. There's scenarios where you can't use this one or this one. There's scenarios where you start off with about 70,000 health. See, I've only got 21,000. They'll give you 70,000 health, but then they don't let you heal up. In other words, right now, I guess I need to put my fingers in the right place. Every 9.8 seconds, I can heal myself a lot of health. There's scenarios where you can't heal yourself at all. You start with 70,000. When you hit 0, you're done. You failed. I don't like those. So that's the most difficult thing in the game right now. If I was on my main account, I could show you some other stuff. I've got a whole stash full of just Cosmic Danger Room scenarios, and I've got them listed from easy to hard. So I've got about 48, however many slots is in a stash, 48. I got 48 Cosmic Danger Room scenarios listed from 24 to 70, whatever the highest difficulty rating is on it. There's other things that are challenging. You can go into the HoloSim and you'll get a wave of mobs or you'll get something to do. I've been doing 5 of these every day for Phil Coulson. Once you accomplish that thing, and the first one is very simple, then you get a second wave that's more difficult. And then once you accomplish it, you get a third. And in theory, it's infinite. I don't know how high anybody has ever reached. But if somebody reached 100 waves, I doubt it. I doubt I don't know. It's probably a Google search away. The highest wave. So it just keeps, but nobody does that unless they're just doing it to challenge themselves, because there's no good loot. You don't get good loot by doing that. Even if you survived 100 waves, you still don't get rewarded good loot. So it's not worth it. Here's something else in the game that keeps getting harder and harder as you go, but you have to take a team with you. Because some of the things you got to do take multiple people to do it. So X Defense is kind of like Hollow Sim, except you got to have multiple people. And multiple people have to be working, coordinating together to get things accomplished, to get to the next wave. And the next wave's harder. And the next wave's harder. And the next wave's harder. But again, the reward for doing this isn't worth it. So nobody does it anymore. They haven't fixed the rewards on these two for people to want to do them. And then, I don't know if you noticed that, there is player versus player. I've never been in there. But it's not one-on-one. It's a group. It says join with any size group or solo to compete in a 5x5 battle. Okay. So you and 4 of your friends could go into PvP and you'll come out crying. Because the people in this game that play PvP, that's pretty much all they do. And they've been doing it for years. And it doesn't matter how good you and your friends are. You're going to come out crying because you're not going to win. And then those guys get on the forums and complain nobody comes and plays PvP. Duh! You guys don't give anybody a chance. That's why nobody will play PvP. So they have to play each other all the time.
Like Hulk that he's angry.
If they were smart, they'd let some other people win, but they're just not smart, I guess. All right, we're not doing any of that. We're going back. If they want people to play PvP, then they wouldn't abuse people who come in there trying to play PvP. They're just not smart. I've never been in there. I've only heard nightmares. Rumors. Let's paint the town blue. Oops. I'll take that stuff. But I think I don't play games like League of Legends, but I've seen a little bit of it on Twitch, where you've got all these little things that run from point A to point B, and you run with them and try to protect them and fight for them and fight with them, and the PvP in this game, you could probably go to YouTube and Google it. I think it's something like that. I think there's a bunch of guys that go running from one end to the other on your side, and a bunch of guys that go running from one end to the other on the other side, and they meet each other somewhere in the middle, and you try to help your guys through, and the other PvPers that you're playing against try to help their guys through. So you want your guys to make it through, they want their guys to make it through. And I think that's how it works. But don't quote me on that, because, yeah, I've never been in there, and it's not my thing. I play games to have fun, not to be abused by other people. Now, some people like to abuse other people and are willing to shrug it off when they get abused. Those are the true PvPers. The ones that, even if they're lose and lose and lose, they know they're getting better. And they know someday they're going to win. And they have the patience to keep trying and keep trying, knowing they're going to get a little bit better and a little bit better and a little bit better. And if it takes them years to get to where they can compete, they're willing to do that. Well, that's not me. All right. We've got Anarchy of Green Goblin. First of all, is there anybody in here?
You should have never interfered.
So far, it's just me.
Check out my toy.
That's not good. Remember earlier, there was a Hulk, there was a Scarlet, there was a Storm. I've lost all those people. You don't want to be in a cosmic patrol all by yourself. So I'm out of here. The cosmic patrols will scale according to the number of people. So right now, it's as easy as it's going to get. But 4 cosmic level bosses all focused on me is not a good scenario. There's a Silver Surfer, but I don't know what happened to all the other people. They all left. So I could try Cosmic Hightown, see if there's anybody in there. There's a wave of 3 bosses. Yep, there's people in here. There's Luke Cage. There's Hawkeye. I got here just in time, didn't I? There's a Doom. I mean, not Doom, Deadpool. There's Storm, Star-Lord. Star-Lord with his team up Drax. I'm in here with Magic. Magic's my team up. Magic is Colossus' little sister. If you know who Colossus is from the X-Men. Maybe you know who Magic is. Magic's Ileana Rasputin.
Punisher is just a nut with a gun. I am
Colossus is
the queen.
Peter Rasputin. Or Pete. However you say Peter in Russian. Maybe it's just Peter in Russian. But there's Hawkeye, Storm, Star-Lord, Luke Cage, and Jessica. Jessica Jones. That's my pet dog. Oh. Now I'll keep the purple one, but the yellow one's got to go. I don't want 2 ranks to ultimate power. Day room. Day room. That one's physical damage. I might keep physical damage. All right, let's open this box. So there's a whole lot of modes to play in this game. You play it the way you like to play it. I play it the way I like to play it. Odin's helmet. I don't need Odin's helmet. I've got one right there. Let's go fight the Kingpin. I don't know if you ever watched the Netflix series of Daredevil. Here's the Kingpin. I guess he was in the comics too. I never read the comics. And if he points his arrow at you, you want to get out of his way, because he'll one-shot you. And sometimes he's broken. That time he was pointing towards me, and he went somewhere else. So there's bugs. Bugs in the game. Visual bugs. Either that or he intentionally fakes us out. Maybe he juked us. He says, I'm going this way, and then he goes somewhere else. And you get run over.
It's simple. Just aim, exhale, and release.
Alright. More stuff to sort through. The game's all about sorting through stuff. Lots of stuff. I almost slobbered all over my plate, all over myself. Don't slobber. These are all crafting materials. I keep about 1,000 of them each. Do I need 1,000 of them? I don't know. I keep about 1,000 of them. I've got 2,000 on my main account. Pretty silly. Is that an upgrade? Nope. Is that an upgrade? Nope. Well, 5 and 5, 6 and 4, nope. Nisanti boots, nope. Is that worth keeping? Nah. No upgrade, no upgrade, no upgrade, no upgrade. Oh, but I don't want to feed them to this. Because I need to... Okay. I need to go to the nearest crafter. The main thing I'm doing with Green Goblin is leveling up his legendary. It's got a long ways to go.
Welcome aboard.
I want to change out the green one. I did this earlier. I'm doing it again because I still don't like what I got.
Something tells me I'm gonna like being a hero.
And the yellow one. Oh, if you want to see what this pet looks like, I just right click on it. There it is. Just an ugly little robot called a Mini Stark Tech Sentinel. Pretty ugly. I'm probably not gonna make it. Probably not gonna make it back in time. Ooh, but I did leave a cake somewhere. I guess I could go get the cake after I help with these guys. See, all I do is throw pumpkins. Granted, they're exploding pumpkins, but I'm just throwing pumpkins. Exploding pumpkins. Pick all the stuff up.
Pray this war never ends, Spider.
Alright. Picked up what I wanted. My cake's not there anymore. It despawned. My bad. You gotta keep an eye out on what shows up on your pointers, or you might lose out on it. It'll despawn. Don't particularly care. I've got so much stuff as it is. I'll take that. Don't want that. Don't want that. Don't want that. Neither one of those are upgrades, so I'll feed them to my pet. See, the yellow bar is already half full again after just one fight. The green bar is about a third full. That's how much stuff my vacuum automatically vacuums up off the floor. Now, the amount of loot that's going on right now is not comparable to the normal loot that drops in this game. What you have to understand is the month of June is this is the fourth anniversary of this game. It launched June 4 years ago. At the beginning of June, they had an event that gave us great things. The second week of June, they gave us an event that gave us great things. The third week of June, they gave us an event that gave us great things. We are now in the fourth week of June, and they took all three of those events and every other event that we have in the game, and they combined them all together and put them in this week. This is the week to be playing this game. If you think about starting this game, do it now. But don't get used to how much stuff's dropping right now. Because come next week, July, things will go back to normal. Also, every sale that they did every week is all going on right now. Right now is the time to play the game. If you're going to spend money in the game. Now, on their website, they've got bundles. There's bundles in game that you can buy with G, but there's bundles that you can buy on their website with real money. And as a matter of fact, there may be a bundle where you can get 40 or 50 of these heroes at a crazy low price. And there's only 62 in the game. So you can get 3/4 of all the heroes in this game for one low price, but it's going to cost you, I don't know. But you can go to the website and look for it. Even if it's $150 for 45 characters, that's crazy good. Or you can play every day, 8 hours a day for 6 months and earn 45 characters free. So it's up to you. If you're a patient person, you can play hundreds of hours and get everything free. If you're not a patient person, you can spend, again, I'm making up numbers, $150 and get 3/4 of everything in the game. of all the heroes. On my main account, that's what I did. I bought big bundles at a time.
What a joke. One day you're a wanted criminal, Rhodes. The next day,
And then I spent weeks and weeks and weeks leveling up all those guys that I bought with real money. At one point, every now and then, though, they have a huge bundle. And I think there's one going on now. Let's look. Ah. All right. I'll bring this up so you can see. Let me change my scene here to Stream Machine. There we go. Let's make this full screen. Let me wait till my monitor shows me what exactly you guys can see. How much of the screen you can see. Alright, let me make this full screen. Okay. Let's go to marvelheroes.com. PC shop. Mega packs. Here we go. For $199, you get 54 heroes stashes. You get all heroes released through 2015. So you get 54 heroes. You get all 54 of their stashes. You get one random team up box. 55 fortune cards, 5 of each, Mark 1 through Mark 6. 25 combination boosts. And 2,500 G's to spend any way you want. And every now and then, this goes on sale. Every now and then, this will go on sale. They'll have 20% off, but you can get 54 heroes and their stash spaces for $200. Or, like I said, you can spend a couple thousand hours playing the game and get them all free. Well, you don't get the stash. You never get the stash. If you ever want the stash, that's $350 G a piece. 54 at 350 G a piece. These cards all cost money except the Mark 1s. You can get the Mark 1s free by doing the stuff that I do every day. And the boosts, I'm getting a lot of boosts free by just playing every day. But there's 2,500 G's free. So it's still a good deal even if it's not on sale. So let's switch back to game. But if you're I don't have the patience to wait months and months and months to get all the characters that I want for free. And yeah, I can spend $200, then spend $200. Get 54 characters. I'd still encourage you to play for a while, free. That's what I did. I played for a while free to see if I wanted to play this game. And then at the point I decided, yep, I want to play this game. Then I started spending lots of money. To put it simply. But you don't have to. You don't have to spend any money. Unless you just want to put some more stuff in your stack. If you want to have more stash space. But you can get, for $200, you can get 54 characters and 54 stash spaces of their stash spaces, not the generic. Now, the difference between a generic stash space and a character stash space is I can only put in my character stash spaces stuff that my character can use. All right. Let's go down here to the disco joint, the game center. Open up boxes. Magic, take care of this dude. Thank you, Magic. On my main account, I wasn't patient. I just spent money. On this account, I'm trying not to spend money. I have gifted this account stuff from my main account, which again would mean I've spent money. I don't think that's worth hanging on to. Any of these upgrades? Nope. The glider. No. No. All right, and then I got this to open up. You see how my splinters are doing? Because we all know Thor is my next purchase, my next free purchase. I'm at 375, so I think he's a 400. I can't imagine him being more than 400. Let's look and see. Thor. Yep, he's 400. But if I had G, you can unlock him for 450 G or 400 splinters. But I don't have any G on this account. You look at my 0 G. 0 G. All right, I don't want that. This goes over here. All right, not worth keeping. Not worth keeping, I don't think. No. Not an upgrade, not an upgrade. Feed it all to my pet. Alright, now I gotta go fight Nick Fury. 1 ranked ultimate powers. Nope. Nope. Don't want that. Take a shortcut to Nick Fury. I go through the sewers to take a shortcut. Pop my ultimate power. And then go back to regular stuff.
Who needs enterprise when pillaging works just as good?
It's an honor.
I need your help. I need this to not be 1 to ultimate powers and not be 2%. Yeah, I got a couple things you need to fix for me here, please.
You have nothing to fear from the
Thank you. And thank you. I want to redo those two, green and yellow. The rest of it's okay. Maybe.
How can someone as gentle as Storm hold such power?
Must be my lucky day.
If you want to see what the Green Goblin looks like infected by the symbiote. Nope. No upgrades. Put some of these runes away. Put this thing away. Put this here. This actually should go there. Sorry, I don't speak whatever that language is. Chinese.
This could get messy.
Thank you all for stopping by, watching my channel. I hope you learned a little something while I was explaining things to the person asking about this game. Anytime somebody asks, should I play this game? My answer is always the same. Do you like free games? Do you like Marvel Heroes? Well, even if you don't know who Marvel Heroes are, do you like free games? It kind of... The only thing I can assume is, when they ask me that question, that they don't know that it's a free game. Because how many times would you ask somebody playing a game, is the game that you're playing, that you're spending your time on, is it any fun? Should I play the game? Well, you're asking the wrong person. They're going to always say, yes, play the game. I'm playing the game. Why wouldn't you want to play the game? And this game's free. It doesn't cost you anything. So I wouldn't play the game if I wasn't having fun. So I don't know you or your personality or your game type. So I can only assume you like free games and you like to have fun and you like Marvel Heroes because I like all those things. So have you ever gone to a Twitch streamer and said, who's playing a game and said, hey, is this game fun? And they said, no, it's terrible. I only play it because, I don't know, for some particular reason. I can't think of a reason to play a game you don't enjoy playing. Now they might troll you and say, no, this is the worst game ever. Don't play this game. And then if you ask, well, then why are you playing it? Because I love to suffer. I don't know.
They don't make thugs like they used to.
Just seems like a strange question to ask somebody that's playing a game. You like playing this game? No, my wife makes me play it. It's the only game my mom will let me play. I don't like it, but that's what I got. I don't know. I can't think of a reason to play a game you don't like. Unless a significant other loves it and says, you're going to play with me. Or you find another significant other.
Your humor and grace lift us all.
But I can't see that happening either. That's not a significant other you want significant. You want that to be other, not significant other. If every now and then you see little bitty green explosions going off around the field, that's my sonic toads. That's these guys right here. Boom! Little green explosions. Sonic toads. You can't hardly control where they go. They just go. But they're cool. And this game's about having fun. And Sonic Toads are fun. If you can back somebody into a corner and then let loose those Sonic Toads, yeah, they get every toad to the face.
What are you? Some kind of blue goblin?
A blue goblin? Who you talking to? Oh, Nightcrawler. Green Goblin asking Nightcrawler if he's some kind of blue goblin. Mr. Green Goblin, you'd only wish you were as cool as Nightcrawler is.
Who's that handsome billionaire over there?
He can teleport. Something you can't do. No upgrades. No upgrades yet. How's my legendary doing? Oh, we just got one more rank to go. And how's this guy doing? Next boss fight, he'll have his yellow one maxed again. Did he say fiddlesticks? Did he say all fiddlesticks? I don't know what he said. Sounded like he said all fiddlesticks. Having a hard time keeping my health up against these guys. No more. Now the big guy's here. Where's Magic? Did she get run over by Kingpin? I guess she did. I guess if I went into melee and dropped the frogs right at his feet. No, I don't know. I'll try it. Nope. They just all went off into the distance and blew up. At least from here, a few of them get him. See those yellow things right there? Somebody in a Cosmic Patrol zone values yellow gear.
One day you're a wanted criminal, Rose. The next day they flip the script.
I'm not sure why. They did make a change to the yellow gear. And when you're leveling up, the yellow gear seems pretty nice, but I just can't imagine a yellow piece of gear surpassing. I guess there's a few, there's probably some cases where, because every now and then I've run into some uniques that are just really bad, even if you had 100% on everything. I think, oh man, they may actually have a cosmic one that exceeds it. I've never bothered looking for them. But it's possible. Some of these people in Cosmic Patrol Zone seem to value some of the cosmic yellow items. I just vacuum them up, ignore them. I don't even look at them. Ninjas! Look at all these ninjas! Ninjas blow up just like anybody else. Come out, come out, come out, ninjas. Come out and play. Come out of that arrow tail, whatever it is. There's some ninjas. There's Electra. I hate the targeting in this game. I do have a few gripes about the game. I cannot change that camera of the angle of the camera of the angle. I can't rotate my camera around behind my character. I'm stuck in this angle at all times. I can't hit a key and target the nearest foe. So you have to point your mouse at them to target them. Some of the biggest characters in the game are the most difficult to point at and target. Pretty ridiculous, I know, but true. The game's not perfect. There's a lot of user interface bugs, but it's playable. You just ignore the annoying things and move on, knowing that it's on a list somewhere to be fixed behind 3.6 other million items to be fixed, if they ever get around to it. It's just the nature of a huge software package that was terribly designed to start with, that wasn't modular, that they never bothered to rewrite and fix.
Hey Tony, when's my next upgrade?
When you use a summon power, nope. You take one less damage, nope. Green and yellow, I need to get rid of them both again. Die. So just like any game, it's not perfect. It's just fun. Just fun. What am I looking for? I'm looking for green. And yellow. All right, where are they? Down here. So I'm going to start focusing on Iron Fist first. Can't target these guys. I like to target Iron Fist first, because for some reason, if you go after Luke Cage first, then all of a sudden you get Luke Cage really low, and then his health starts going all the way back to full. But if you take Iron Fist out first, and then start on Luke Cage, his health doesn't go up. So I think Iron Fist must heal Luke Cage. So you take Iron Fist out first, then Luke Cage, then Punisher. Who's that down there? Crossbones. Ah. I've got a lot of noise coming out of my right speaker right now because of that crossbone battle going on. Now the noise is in front of me. And of course, you guys can't tell left, right, front, back because I'm piping all the sound through one microphone. Sorry. But I'm playing on a home theater system. When I originally started streaming,
Daredevil is a joke.
I brought the sound through the capture card, and you guys got to hear the sound through the capture card. And I used these things so I could hear what you guys were hearing. But then I thought, wait a minute. I've got this nice home theater surround sound. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear 5.1 Dolby surround. So now I just bring you guys hear what I hear instead of me hearing what you guys hear. You guys hear what I hear now. And of course, through one microphone, you're not getting stereo or 5.1 or anything. You're just getting the sounds as I hear them. So sorry about that. But hey, I'm using a 65-inch LCD TV. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Nope. You're seeing whatever it is in front of you. So, I was watching this stuff on a 65-inch 4K HDR TV. It's a Samsung KS8000. I figure, hey, I've got the big screen. I need the big sound to go with it. So, there you have it. That's why I'm doing it this way. My apologies. So how's my legendary? I looked at it a few minutes ago, so it's halfway there. Halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. Little Bon Jovi. I don't know. Young people today may not even know who Bon Jovi is. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No. It looks good down at the bottom, but Not at the top. We got hammerheads again. That's no fun. Keep doing hammerheads. Anybody working on crossbones? Yeah. That's more fun than hammerheads. That was my toads. Little green explosions after the big battle was over. That was my toads. But if I hadn't said so recently, thank you for viewing my channel. I hope you like explosions, because that's what Green Goblin is all about. I got friends. Wow. Oh. Started saying, why is that guy not taking much damage? Because he's a mini boss. That's okay. I like to keep some concrete structures between me and him, in case he tries to do one of those fake outs. I'm going east. Ha ha ha! I run over you in the west. See, that time he pointed that way and went that way. That's why I like to keep these concrete barriers between me and him. He can't go through those concrete barriers. Well, he could if he wasn't so wide. He's a wide load. Alright, it's taking too long to speed things up a bit with my goblin cannon. Don't want that. Ooh. That's worth hanging on to. See, I don't throw everything away. Just most everything. I've got 1,000 of those already. That goes to Midtown? Really? I gotta try that out just to see if that's true or not. Oh. Magic, come back. Would that really take me to Midtown? Wow, it really does. Interesting. It took me to Midtown, from Hightown to Midtown. Is there a place in Midtown that takes you to Hightown? Carpet bomb. Isn't that funny? How much I play this game, and I didn't know that entrance to Midtown was there in Hightown. I just never paid attention to it before. When you're doing story mode, it takes you inside that building,
I like that about you.
and you've got some goals you have to do inside that building. That's why I never thought twice to look at it and read what it says. I just assumed. The reason I took a double take that time was when I was in front of the Disco Game Center a while ago, there was no door. I thought, well, that makes sense. I'm not in story mode. There shouldn't be a door. And then when I got over there in front of that building, I thought, wait a minute. There shouldn't be a door here. There's not one in front of the disco. I call it disco. The bowling alley. That's what I call fat fingering. I had my finger on the wrong keys. I didn't mean to do that. My finger was on the wrong keys. You know how you're typing on your keyboard? And if you're like me, you can type without looking at what you're without looking at the keyboard. That was one of my most valuable college courses. How to type. Using all your fingers and not looking at the keyboard. Because that came in handy as a developer. Software developer. Well, if you notice sometimes you didn't realize your fingers were in the wrong place and you're typing, and you look at what you type and you thought, gibberish. It's because your keys are in, your fingers are on the wrong key. You go, oops. You're usually shifted over by one space. Well, that's what happened. My fingers were on the wrong keys, and when I pushed one button, I thought I was doing something, but I ended up doing something else. Because my fingers were on the wrong keys. All right. Any upgrades? Nope. Nope. Can you buy good with gold in the game? Can you buy good with gold? Can you buy good? I think you're asking me if
Somebody's in
the game is pay to win In other words, you can, no, you said gold in game. Well, in the game we have credits. These are credits. It's got a little C around the gold circle. So they're called credits.
How's playing the second banana to a top-notch
Oh,
cake, Rhodes?
if you're brand new to the game and you're playing the PC version of the game, what's more important than credits is leveling up this guy right here, the crafter. You'll find a crafter in every hub. There's one in the Avengers Tower. Just find a guy that says crafter. And you'll see a donate button. Now you don't get money. You won't get credits. But you'll level him up. He starts at level 1. And the higher he gets in levels, the more stuff you can do to make your hero better. So you're going to want to level up your crafter. I know if you go to your crafter right now and look at these tabs, you don't have all this stuff. And you won't until you level your crafter up. And the only way you can do that is instead of selling to him, which is a right click. Ah! I hit the wrong button again. See, if I want to sell something to, well, if I want to sell something to this vendor, I'd right click on it. If you want to donate, you hold the, is it the alternate key? I think it's the alternate key. If you hold the ALT key and right click on it, then instead of it going into the pattern down here, it will go to the donate button. You can donate items to the crafter to level him up. There's 20 levels. And then that gives you more things to make your character stronger. So, leveling up your crafter and then your enchanter is actually more important than money to spend. So everything you don't want, you donate until these guys are max rank. See, he's max rank. He's max rank. Because I donated my items to him. Now, what was I here to do, and did I do it? No, I did not. Oh, wow. I didn't take my break 45 minutes ago. I didn't take a break. No wonder I'm hoarse. This guy.
Norman isn't here anymore. But maybe I can help.
See, I hold the alternate key to donate to my pet while not having anybody selected. But if you go to this guy,
Here comes the cavalry.
yeah, I think it's an alternate key, right click, will donate. Like I said though, you don't get any money. But I'm going to take a couple minute break. you guys can watch the Asian billboard over here. I'll give you a little music to listen to so you don't have to listen to my air conditioning blaring. I'll give you Miss Emily Bear once again. Here's one of the songs that she won a ASCAP award for composing. She composed this herself when she was about 12, 13 years old, who knows. Not only does she compose jazz, but she composes and orchestrates for entire symphonies. The girl's 15 years old. Her first ASCAP she got when she was about 6 or 7. She wrote a song, composed a song called Northern Lights for the piano. Her second ASCAP was an entire orchestration that she did. I forget what it was called, but she composed every part for every instrument in the orchestra, and she won an ASCAP award for it. It was that good. She's 15 now. That's her playing the piano. This song is called Old Office because she was practicing, they were rehearsing. She has a trio. 2 grown men travel with her. One plays bass, one plays drums. But she writes all the music. She's the leader of the band. This one's called Old Office, and this won the 2016 ASCAP Morton Gould. No, not Morton Gould. Herb Albert Jazz Award. The song that won this year, 2017, is called Je ne sais pas, which is French for something. Who knows what that means? If you know French, you know what that means. It won this year. But the one that won in 2015 was that orchestration song. And I used to remember the name of it, but I can't remember off the top of my head. But she wrote every part for every instrument in the orchestra. And it was so good, she was recognized by the songwriters, composers, arrangers, and producers in the United States of America. And she won an award. I think she wrote that one at age 11 or 12. 11 or 12. 11 or 12. 11 or 12. I don't know, she might have written it when she was 9 or 10. The girl is just, she's walking music. If you ever heard of a movie called August Rush, that's who she reminds me of. That fictitious kid who just walked around hearing music in his head all the time. And he wrote it down on paper. And he got to play for New York City while attending Juilliard. Well, she's been studying at Juilliard and NYU Steinhardt since she was about 8 years old. Just an amazing musician. And composer and arranger and producer. She produced her last EP. That's what these songs I've been playing of. It's called Into the Blue. And she co-produced, well, Quincy Jones co-produced her Diversity CD. And if you haven't ever heard of Quincy Jones, I think he's a 27-time Grammy award-winning composer, producer, arranger. She wants to be the next John Williams. If you don't know who that is, he does film scoring. She wants to be a film scorer. Disney's interested in her film scoring, but she's only 15. So they can't do much about it till she grows up. All right, I came in 1,405th place. Well, that's good. That means there's at least 1,400 people playing. Yesterday I came in what? 8th once? Because I wasn't talking so much. I was playing more. We're getting there. But yeah, I remember coming in 8th place once yesterday. But then again, there may have only been 8 people playing. That's why I came in 8th. Now, we knew there was at least 500 people playing. And I came in 8th. Because there were 500 on the leaderboard. So what did I come in here for? Let's put a couple things away.
How can someone as gentle as Storm hold such power?
Such power. Let's go help with the hammerheads, I guess. Go prepare for King Pin. Yeah, credits aren't very important early game. You use all that stuff to donate. Donate to your crafter first till you get max rank with him. And then your enchanter. And then the other guys don't matter, really. the gear and weapons vendors. They don't really have anything worth. You could level them up too, but there's no need for it. I didn't level them up on this account until I just didn't have anything else to do with all my stuff. So I started donating them to those guys. So I got max level on my weapon and gear vendors too. All right, I'm gonna keep concrete between me and him to the best of my ability. He put poison underneath me. I put poison underneath him. It's what's the word I'm looking for? Touche. Touche. I put poison under him. He put poison under me. Touche. Touche on the poison.
Don't even get me started on Deadpool. That guy.
Threw a car over Magic's head. It was in my way. There's a dupe room. That's a good thing. Hey, there's a sun rune. Tomorrow's Sunday. But I got one today. Like I said, you can get these runes any day of the week, but you're more likely to get these on Sunday. It's much rarer to get a sun rune on a Saturday.
Somebody's in for a hell of a fight.
But you can get them any day of the week. Alright, where's Iron Fist? There he is. I'm going after Iron Fist. Of course, everything I do has an area of effect. So, I will focus Iron Fist if I can find him. But if he's near anybody else, they'll get hit too. Now I switch to Luke Cage. Throw the big bomb. And then Punisher. Punisher goes last.
Your identity is safe for now, Hunter.
I battle gods and demons, but Thor's just wow.
Wow. Thor's not wow. He's just Thor. Now Jane Foster, she's wow. And Jane Foster Thor, I guess then that's wow. But Thor's just Thor. Nothing special about Thor. Take his hammer away, what do you got? You got the motion picture called Thor Ragnarok. That's what you got. Alright. They spawn in the same place. I do despise targeting in this game. I wonder if there's a way to turn off click to move.
Shut the hell up.
Map movement to my little joystick on my Tartarus, my Razer Tartarus. Then I could just use the little joystick to move around and just point to shoot. I don't think this game can do anything like that with a 20th century game engine.
Ah, Spider-Man. What trouble may I help you out of this time?
Yellow one's got to go, green one's perfect. Ah! Wrong button again. Did they just spawn in the same place again? Because I haven't even picked up. I haven't picked up yet. Yep, they spawned in the same place again. I haven't picked up all the loot yet. Wow. Somebody must be dropping these sun runes. 'Cause I shouldn't. Well, sun runes aren't that rare. Even though you're more likely to get them on a Sunday, sun and moon runes aren't super rare. Like a Thor rune or an Odin rune. Odin and Thor runes are super rare. As tears are even more super rare. I played this game a year before I got my first tier rune. But then again, I didn't spend much time in high level content my first year of playing this game. I was just busy leveling everything up in the game. Doing everything in the game. I didn't really go into cosmics or anything. I wasn't in any hurry. That was a funny pattern of layout.
Doctor Strange uses spells no mortal should rightly know.
This is an unusual dispersion of stuff. And you know why? You know why this dispersed this way? It takes about 3 minutes before things start despawning, I think. And we just had three boss spawns in a row in the same place. And so I can't see other people's loot. They can't see mine.
You'd better pray this war never ends.
But there's got to be a whole lot of stuff laying here for that to have gone like it did. I can't see their stuff. And they can't see mine. But the system knows where it all is. The system knows where it all is.
Director Brand told us you'd be coming.
Let me open this one first. Sif rune. Alright, I need to fix this, or you need to fix this. Fix this pet. Uh-oh, I just realized. Once this yellow hits one, once this yellow gets one that I want to keep, I'm going to need another pet to start feeding. Which now I know I can do. I can just go buy them from the guy in Hammer Bay. I can buy these mini Stark Tech Sentinels. Ooh, I'm assuming you can have more than one of them.
Must be my lucky day.
Why wouldn't you be able to have more than one of them? For what purpose would they make you only allow you one of them? I don't know. Need one of those. I need all of those. Any of this any good? Nope. It is more brutal strike and more brutal damage and more health, but I'd lose a lot of crit. I hear the emergency vehicles going out there. This one's more crit. This one's more well-rounded than that one. Though I lose quite a bit of health, but I think that's probably tolerable. No.
Conflagrant charlatan, your infernal flames will be doused.
What are you going on about, Doom? Dr. Doom? What you talking about, Willis? All right. Let's...
To stroke your precious ego, Doomy boy.
Talking about ego. We got an ego fight going between Doom and Osborn. Von Doom and Osborn. What did I want to do here? I wanted to upgrade. It's a slot 3. Upgrade it to 66, and then upgrade it a second time to 69. One more strength, more brutal damage, a little less health, a little more crit. It's a give and take, but it's more DPS overall. Now let's go see if I can buy another Stark Tech Sentinel. Why wouldn't I be able to? That wouldn't make sense. Hammer Bay. I should be able to buy another Stark Tech Sentinel pet for just under 1,000,000 credits. Right? Let's refresh. Yep. 864,000 credits. There we go. So I'm ready for the next pet to level up when I'm through with this one. Good.
Beat it, space cop. I haven't done anything wrong.
And do I have enough slices? Yes, I have enough slices to buy another second anniversary. Let's go buy a second anniversary.
Right, thanks for that. Want to take this outside?
And the reason I buy second anniversary, so I can get 5 splinters. I'm buying 5 splinters. Back to...
Scott, give it a rest. We're all super.
Back to Hightown. But that's my cheapest slice to splinter conversion.
Must be my lucky day.
Got 5 more splinters. Ooh, 391.
Do us all a favor, Torch, and jump in a lake.
We can blame global warming on the Human Torch. There we go.
It's an honor.
Just sell these things to this person. I don't need them. Is that a well-rolled cuirass? No, it's not. Feed them to the pet. Oh, how's my legendary doing? I am done with Norman. Who would you like to see me play? Pick a name, any name. If I have them, I'll play them. Well, if I've got them through Cosmics yet. There's a couple of melee physical people I just don't
To get out of Jersey City every once in a
don't
while.
care about, so I haven't gotten them through Cosmic Trial because I just don't care. No, I don't have Galactus. I don't have Thanos. Nor can I get him. I do have Surfer and Loki and Thor. They're all aliens. Oh, we're still getting a crazy dispersion here. There's still got to be lots of stuff laying on the ground here that can't see. We're getting these half moon dispersions instead of little circles at our feet.
Iron Man's got swagger. I don't know if I
Nova? Yep. I have Nova. I've got Richard Rider Nova, if that's okay with you.
Here we go, on the move.
Richard Rider. Now on my main account, I play you probably know the name. The Young Kid. I've got the Sam skin. I can't think of his name. The annoying kid. That's one of the most powerful beings in all of space.
This will come in handy.
And he's just a little bit of a smart aleck. Sam something. Richard Rider, I don't know much about him either, but from what his bio says, bloop, Richard Rider spent his early years as a normal kid growing up in New York before being chosen, seemingly at random, by the last surviving member of the Nova Corps, Roman Day, who had also suffered mortal wounds in the final battle of the Corps. So the last surviving member of the Corps transferred his powers to Richard, and Roman gave him a seemingly impossible task: become the last herald of the Nova Corps. So becoming the human rocket, Richard used his newfound cosmic powers to fight supervillains both on Earth and off-world. He would eventually be called back to the reformed Nova Corps to assist them in policing the galaxy, and upon their fall during annihilation, inherited the entirety of the Nova Force to become Nova Prime. Created by Marvin Wolfman and John somebody. So, he is Nova Prime. He became Nova by being awarded by the last Nova in existence. So he became the only Nova. Later it was recreated and I guess destroyed again, becoming the only Nova again, and thus the Nova Prime. If any of that means anything, I don't know. But here's the human rocket. Even though he flies no faster than everybody else. Now all of those orange effects that blind me are from Nova. Oops. I can't shoot that over the concrete barrier. The little circles. But the thing about Nova is when I pop his signature, all these powers, A, S, D, F, G, all have cooldowns. And when I pop H, which is his signature, for 6.1 seconds, A, S, D, F have 0 cooldown. So what I do is I go through my normal rotation. A, S, D, F, G. And then when I hit H, I go F, 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 F. So I hit this, and then I just spam this one key over and over and over again for 6.1 seconds. Well, this key. Which one is it? Unstable. Whichever one does the most damage. This guy. Yeah. Yeah, my elf key. Alright. Did I end up with a bunch of stuff and I didn't open it? Yes, I did. Alright, so. Where's my magic? There she is. So when all of a sudden my target starts blowing up, bang, 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 it's because I just hit my signature. So I get tired. I get tired pretty quickly playing this guy if I play him correctly, because I can't hold that key down and it'll go bam, 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 bam. I have to physically hit that key every time. So you'll hear my Tartarus going boom, 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 boom. Oh, I was too late. Got here too late. That's okay. Any upgrades? Now we can see what Nova looks like if the symbiote ever gets him. Not that impressive. Nope. Is that a good roll? It's not bad. How about this lion's vest? No. Old Buckethead. is not an upgrade. Neither is that. Oh, we're all filled up again. Okay. Oh, I forgot. Three bosses. Where are these three bosses? Up there. There's Dr. Doom. I missed again. I tell you. You snooze, you lose with these guys. I'm playing with some serious DPSers. I can't stand still for a minute. You guys who watch me often, you know when I'm running with high rollers and when I'm not. When I'm running with high rollers, I can't hardly get to a fight fast enough. If they're weak sauce, then it takes us forever to take down a wave of bosses. And that's the issue I have with the Cosmic Trial in this game right now. And, well, it's not all the Cosmic Trial's fault. The Cosmic Trial will let people into the Cosmic Patrols that are going to get chewed up and spit out. That's okay. I don't have a problem with that. I have a little problem with that. Used to, you knew when you went into a Cosmic Trial, everybody earned their way in. And they're going to do some DPS. But now anybody can make it through the Cosmic Trial pretty much. But there's such a discrepancy between a guy with 1,200 infinity points and a guy with 500 infinity points. And around 500 or 600 infinity points, the game becomes pretty easy. But it's taken them so long to get to the next level to get the Omega stuff out. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for them to think about it. If this game becomes pretty easy at 500 or 600 infinity points, and you've got people with maybe 2,000 now, how are they going to make the difficulty of the next tier how are they going to make it difficult? I think you know what I'm trying to say. They're going to have to create an Omega trial. And it's going to have to be hard. We're talking my main account. Well, yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know how they can do it. If they make Omega level for the 500-600 crowd, or even 800-1,000 infinity point crowd, there's too big a gap. They need to release 2 levels of difficulty. When Omega comes out, there needs to be an Omega 1 and an Omega 2. Something like that. I think Omega 1 needs to fit Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know how they're going to do it. There are tens of thousands of people who have more than 10,000 Omega points. And there's going to be a few that's probably got over 2,000 Omega points. And then you've got the people with 600 who are finding the game too easy already. I don't see.
I battled gods and demons, but Thor is just.
I don't know what they're going to do. I have no answer for them. They're even giving us better gear. Supposedly. It can't be too big a jump in gear. Well, this isn't the only way to play Nova. Dark Ahaka. He also has a melee movement build where you use your rocket boots from a little ways out. You use your rocket boots to zoom in and smack them upside the head, and then you disengage, moving you back away, and then immediately rocket right back into their face again. Now, you may be a young person that might find that appealing to you. I'm an older gentleman who does not. Just hitting this one key over and over and over again is enough to exhaust me. Every time I hit my signature, to spam my one key over and over again after every signature. But you might like that. Disengage, rocket into him, smack. Disengage, rocket into him, smack. That's a build I don't play. Nor have I ever tried playing.
You and I have seen many strange worlds, eh,
But that's one way you can play Nova. But I'm not a comic book character creator. I am a realist. And if I've got superpowers, well, let me give you an example. Tony Stark. If I have rockets and lasers and beams, even though I have armor and can take a hit, but I can fly and I can shoot rockets. Why would I land next to somebody in their, like Hulk? When he put on the Hulkbuster suit and fought Hulk, when Hulk closed in, yes, he had the armor that he could defend himself, and he had the ability to throw some punches to try to get some distance. But do you want to be in melee range with the Incredible Hulk, even if you have a suit of armor? No. You want to be flying and shooting. Same thing with Cyclops. Cyclops has a punch clops build. Cyclops might be pretty good at punching somebody in the face. But as a realist, why? Okay, maybe your energy blast stopped working and you don't have anything else to go by. And you've got to defend yourself and somebody's grabbed hold of you. You need to be able to punch and grapple and whatever. But as a realist, no. I am not going to move into melee range with somebody like the Hulk when I can discharge massive amounts of damage from range. So, I have no desire, even if I was a youngster and could, play this guy as a punch him in the face, disengage, rocket, punch him in the face, disengage, rocket, punch him in the face, back and forth, back and forth. Just doesn't seem realistic to me. Last thing you want to do is get into Hulk's melee range. Now, he can still pick up a car or something and throw at you, but I think you understand where I'm coming from. It's the, yes, I can punch you in my armored suit, but I have lasers and rockets and particle beams. Why would I risk that? Why would I risk that? What kind of... All right, we need 3 more splinters. And then we've got a... Looks like tomorrow will be Thor's day, even though it's Sunday. We might get to play some Thor tomorrow. 141 cube shards. Wow. I could go buy a bunch of cards. I'm already up to 800 Odin marks. Yeah, if you guys are able to play, but you're just watching me instead, I appreciate it, but don't. You need to be playing. If you're able to play. Or do both. Put me in a window. I appreciate you being here, but if you can play this game, you need to be playing. We're getting so much stuff. It's crazy. While moving, I don't like that. That would work for the movement build, I think, but I don't like it. I don't play the movement build. This is Nova. Nova Prime. Richard Ryder. Sam Alexander. That's the kid's name who's the current Nova in the magazines. Sam Alexander. I watched an animated series that had Sam Alexander and Squirrel Girl, Sam Alexander Nova and Squirrel Girl, and just a bunch of the youngsters. Because he's really young. And it was funny because Squirrel Girl was either out with them and fighting or she was asleep. She was hibernating. She'd sleep a lot. But Sam Alexander Nova has galactic type powers, cosmic type powers. Not that Richard Rider doesn't. I guess Richard Rider does too. But something about the new Sam Alexander Nova has got crazy, incredible amount of power. On a galactic scale or a cosmic scale. Time to go. It's like mindless Titan. If I have the ability to shoot these rays and beams from distance, do I want to get up there and get stomped on? I don't think so. I'd like to think I have some intelligence. Of course, in a game, it doesn't matter. Or in a comic. Or in fantasy. You play any way you want. Some people prefer only melee characters. I'm just the opposite. I prefer primarily ranged characters. I'll play melee every now and then. But see how hard it is for me to see what's going on in melee, even though I'm at range? Can you imagine how hard it is to see what's going on in melee when you're actually in melee? Yeah. And they have talked about toning down some of our visual effects. That some of our visual effects are just over the top. The visual effects guys want to give you something that's like, wow, out of this world. But if they don't play the game, they don't realize how horribly difficult it is to. Now you see, when I've got stuff I can't get to like I do now, then I switch to a teleporter. Scarlet. And then I just go, bloop. I just teleport right inside, grab all the stuff. If you don't have a teleport character, though, you're out of luck. There's one I can't pick up there. Even inside or out, I can't pick that one up. So there's one that's stuck for me forever. I'll switch back to Nova.
Somebody call for the Nova Corps?
And that's just one of the many map bugs. There's a bug in the map. And it just makes it... I'm not sure Kitty could get it either, and she walks through walls. Alright, let's go. What are your favorite heroes? Jean Grey, Scarlet Witch, Squirrel Girl, Magic, Doctor Strange, Deadpool, that about covers it, I think. I've got 17, well, Storm, Invisible Woman. I've got 17 Cosmic Prestige heroes, including X-23, Rocket Raccoon. Emma's Cosmic Prestige.
I could leave you in the middle of the wall, but I'm being generous.
I prefer range to melee, magic to physical, female to male. So that's why my first ones were Jean and Scarlet. Now Jean's not magic in the Marvel universe. What she does is not considered magic. But
Let me get this straight.
to us mere mortals in the real world, yeah. Somebody moving things with their mind telekinesis, telekinetics, psychokinesis, all that stuff to me is like magic. When I play a game, I like the fantasy genre. I like to leave the real world. I like Kate Bishop, even though she's a bow and arrow shooter. She's the new Hawkeye. But I prefer somebody that can do things that I can't do in the real world. I could learn to shoot a bow and arrow. Maybe not to the level of Hawkeye or Kate Bishop, but or an Olympic gold medalist, but I prefer doing things in games that I can't do in the real world. I like to leave the real world and go into a fantasy world. Let's see what my ultimate does. Okay. The whole Nova Corps is here. That's what my ultimate does. The whole Nova Corps came to assist. But not one of them landed and punched people in the face. They all shot lasers from above because they're not stupid. Now, I'm not saying people who like melee characters are stupid. I'm just saying if I can shoot rockets and beams and lasers, I'm not going to land, go into your melee range and punch you in the face. Nope, not going to happen. You're going to have to EMP me before I will fisticuffs. Going to have to knock out my targeting and electronics and power and propulsion and stuff. I'm going to pick you off at range. All right, here's what we're going to do. Nope. I'm going to...
Somebody's in for a hell of a fight.
I'm going to drop this over here. Drop this over here. Going to the training room. Well, I can do it out here.
Under the saying that any bad guy is watching.
I'm going to open this guy up. This will give me all the splinters I need to buy Thor. I won't be playing Thor today, but we'll get him ready to play for tomorrow. I don't need those. All right, let's sell us some stuff here. Oops, there's a couple I haven't opened yet. I think I can use that. I don't remember. Let's go to the training room. But I now have the splinters to be able to buy Thor. Pretty sure. Yep, 402. Let's clean up my inventory. Let's see if any of these are upgrades for Mr. Nova here. Nope, I didn't need that after all. Okay. Let's put everything together. Alright, is that an upgrade? No. That? No. That? No. No. It would give me a little more crit. About the same brute, but I'd lose too much health. No. No, especially not. Oh. More brute, less crit, less health. Nope. Is this worth keeping? Ooh, that's another one I might keep. Is this worth keeping? Nah. Alright. Okay, that's potentially good. Let me give him back his pet. This belongs to Nova. This one needs 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's potentially good. Let's go ahead and feed the rest of these. Alright, now let's give Nova back his. Okay, at this point I am finished with Nova. I could have put better gear on him, but he's not somebody I play often. You open up the roster, and I go to Mr. Thor. And I say unlock for 400 splinters. Thor is the Norse god of thunder and the son of Odin, Allfather, ruler of Asgard. He wields the mystic hammer Mjolnir, which allows him to fly and to hurl bolts of lightning. So without Mjolnir, he can't fly and he can't hurl bolts of lightning, is what I'm assuming that means. Thor was a founding member of the Avengers and frequently battles as one of the number. At times, Thor has used the secret identity of Donald Blake to walk among mortals. We saw that in the first movie. They called him Donald Blake. But he always returns to the halls of Asgard to hoist a tankard with his fellow gods. Yeah. So, switch to Thor.
Who calls for the god of thunder?
Yeah, you look constipated. That face. That face. On my main account, I play the Jane Foster skin. So here's Thor. Yeah, I know you want me to go to the raft, but not yet. Thor is a strength and energy. So this will be Thor's pet as we level it up. I'll have to find somebody that I can put this pet on. So we've already got the +3 strength. See, he gets 5% brutal strike, and he's a paragon, which is 4% per strength and energy. So right now it says 48. I take this 3 strength away from him. See, it's 5 now. Now it says 36. 5. Put this back on. Since it's got 3 strength on it, it's 8 and 48. So now he does 48% more damage. His secondary resource, it's called Odin's Force. Here it is. His primary is Spirit. He's got 103 Spirit. Odin Force is his secondary. Charge Mjolnir with Odin Force using specific powers. While you have at least 1 bar filled, you are considered imbued with Odin Force. And for each bar of Odin Force filled, your powers deal 3% more damage. And it decays over time. So it's kind of like a rage. As you're fighting, this goes up. And every time it crosses this barrier, you get 3% more damage, 6% more damage, 9%. So you're up to 9% damage when all 3 bars are full. But you only feel it while you're doing stuff. And while you're not doing stuff, it goes away. So it's kind of like rage, if you're familiar with rage type characters. He can be played, he's physical energy and energy. So his lightning powers are energy. His beat anybody in the face is physical. And he can do melee and he can do ranged. So he's a hybrid character. That being the case, if you are in melee and you hit somebody with a melee power, you'll get 8% more damage reduction. Just like all the melee characters do. And his archetype is tough, which means he gets defense and deflect. So he doesn't dodge. Somebody like X-23 dodges. This guy don't dodge. Daredevil, he would dodge. Spider-Man, he would dodge. This guy doesn't dodge. He just lets stuff deflect off of him. For his infinity system, I'll look at his speed. Remember, I like all my characters to be about the same speed, because if somebody's moving slow, it annoys me. And he's real slow. So, I've got to give him, I'll try 100 points first. And see if that's enough. Nope. We got to go 150 with this guy. 152. All right. As I told you, I like all my characters to be around between 375 and 400. Let's see how he feels. He feels slow. But moving him up 6 points isn't going to make a big bunch of difference. So I'll leave him there. I want 5% crit. I do this with all my characters. 5% critical hit chance. 5% brutal strike chance. Again, I do this with all my characters. And then I look. And he's strength and energy. Well, I'm not putting anything more in strength. I've already got 150 points. I've achieved everything here. It takes 150 points to get +1 to all attributes. Well, I'm not putting another point into strength. Why? Because I don't like the whole deflect. I don't like the whole deflect attribute. Attribute. I don't know what the word is. Health. The more health you got, and you can see it down there in the red circle, you can tell when you're in danger. Health is good. Damage reduction is good. Now, you do get some damage reduction from deflect, but not very much. So, my favorite way of building survivability is health. My second favorite way is damage reduction. The best way to get damage reduction is defense. The second best way to get damage reduction is dodge. And not only does dodge give you some damage reduction, but every time you dodge, you take 0 damage. So I like health, and then I like defense, and then I like dodge. Well, then there's deflect. Deflect costs the same amount of points as dodge. Deflect gives you some damage reduction, just like dodge does. Deflects gives you a percent to deflect damage. 50% of it. Dodge gives you 100% damage avoided. Deflect avoids only half of it. And yet it costs the same amount of infinity points as dodge does. So as far as I'm concerned, deflect is half as good as dodge. It may not be true, but that's the way I look at it. So I ignore deflect. So I don't put any points in strength. I put it all in energy, because energy will give me damage reduction from ranged attacks. So if I'm in there punching it out with somebody and a ranged guy shoots at me, I get damage reduction from that ranged guy. So, but that's just me. I'm not the guy that sits down with spreadsheets and figures this stuff out mathematically. That's just my opinion. So take it as a rumor. There may be somebody out there and it's just a Google away, but I don't care. I don't want to know. That's the way I look at it. But I'm sure you could Google and find somebody that tells you mathematically how deflect and dodge compare to each other. I don't care. I just know what I read on the screen, and that's what I go by. So I'm putting it all into energy. All 18 points into energy. So my energy gets bumped way up. Now if we go back and look, I'm now at 152% more damage. And it didn't matter if I put them here or here. This number would have been the same. I picked here because of what I just said. Synergy. Of course, we want crit. You can never have too much crit. And the other crit are Moon Knight for physical and Star-Lord for energy. Remember, my lightning powers are energy. My hammer powers are physical. My hit people are physical. So, more crit. I got crit, energy crit, physical crit. And then I go for Brute from Wolverine. I go for damage against bosses from Squirrel Girl. I want strength from Ant-Man. And energy from Gambit. And all I've got left would be, well, when Thor levels up, I'll be able to get 3% physical damage, 3% energy damage. So I'll pick Thor when he levels up. I can't right now. But until then, I can get energy damage from Captain Marvel. 2% plus 2%, that's 4. And I can get physical damage from Psylocke. 3% physical. Or I could get melee. Actually, this one would work. Winter Soldier. I can get 3% ranged and 3% melee. That would cover all physical and energy powers. That'll cover everything on my bar. 3% damage. Whereas that 4% only covers energy. So once I hit level 50, I'll turn this one off. I'll dump 4% energy and pick up Thor, which will give me 3 physical, 3 energy. So this will support every power. Right now, Captain Marvel only supports my lightning powers. So that's how I pick my synergies. That's how I pick my infinities. Powers, yeah, I can only take what they give me. Tomorrow morning, I'll go upstairs in Avengers Tower, put some level 1 gear on him. And I'll tell you why I do that. Actually, I'll do it now. You see, he's got 3% damage reduction. If I go upstairs, I call it upstairs. I go up into Avengers Tower. I go down here to the gear vendor.
My wounds are severe.
I hit refresh. I got a piece of armor. I got a cape. I got boots. And a helmet. Which one's the better helmet? 6% damage reduction. I hit refresh again. And I get a green cape.
Gotta keep moving.
So I'll sell that one back to him.
Permit me to salute your courage.
I hit refresh again. I get green boots. So I'll sell that one back to him. And I don't have any more refreshes. Tomorrow morning I'll come up here and refresh again and see if we can get some a green helmet. You hit refresh over here, I find a hammer. I hit refresh again to see if it's a better hammer. Yep, this one's got attack speed on it. I'd rather have that. I'll feed that to the pet. And I'll refresh one more time. It's got brutal strike. I'd rather have the attack speed.
You do indeed have the grace and bearing of a goddess.
Now, since it's noisy here, I'll go back to the training room. It's just too noisy out here. All right. So, I've got 3% damage reduction. Now I've got 28% damage reduction. So that's why I put level 1 gear on him before I go out there. Because of this number right here. If somebody hits me for 100 damage, now I only get 72 of it. Whereas I'd have got 97 of it a while ago. And then I put this on here to bump this dumber up. I hit for 20. They're hitting me for 100 and I'm hitting for 20. I'll clean the rest of this up before I come back online tomorrow. Alright, he does need one more thing. He needs a buddy. My other physical energy melee characters are Captain Marvel, and she's using Clea. So Thor is going to get Clea. And if we look at Clea, energy, physical, melee, and ranged. All of those fit Thor. He is physical, energy, melee, and ranged. So I'll set her active, and Clea will be following Thor into wherever it is we go. To the raft will be the first place we'll go, because story mode's the fastest way to level up. But that'll be tomorrow. Okay, guys, I hope today was... Oop, I never plugged my iPad in. It's been sitting here monitoring the whole time. All right. So I hope I was entertaining. I hope I was informative. Did I drop any frames today? No frames dropped. YouTubers, thank you for watching this on YouTube. Thank you for subscribing. I'm now going to turn you loose. See you, YouTubers. Remember, tomorrow Thor...